It's International Women's Month, so we're reviewing The Bride.
With an exclamation point.
Welcome to Deadsville.
Greetings, Boo Believers. Welcome to Deadsville Horror Talk. I'm your host, Ronin James. To my right is the lovely Steph Infection.
Hey, Scream Hearts.
And to my left, the lovely Alexandra Surface.
Hey.
We are 3 of the 4 co-hosts, and we're here to review Maggie Gyllenhaal's reimagining of The Bride, with an exclamation point, as Steph noted.
Yes.
The exclamation point's important, too, because this movie is The Bride!
Yeah.
And it's going to punch you in the mouth.
Yeah, it is.
So before we get into our review, a little bit about us. If you are just joining Deadsville Horror Talk, we review the latest, we try to review the latest theatrical releases, giving them priority. If there's nothing new in the theaters, we will jump to streaming and see what's new there, and then we will always dig into the old crates and pull out some classics every once in a while as well. And we also do some special episodes. We just had a lot of fun doing our top 10 zombie movies.
That was a lot of fun. Yes.
Yes.
Some interesting choices.
Yes,
I may have lost my zombie card, but it's fine. It was fun.
I am too for a couple of them. That's all right.
So, yeah, that was good. We're going to have to do some more stuff like that. And yes, our 4th co-host, Haley Hansen, not with us tonight. She will return again next episode for, I'm not sure. Oh, we're going to review Dolly next. Yes, because the 3 of us just went and saw Dolly the past weekend. Haley's going to check it out, and she's going to catch up with us on the next episode next week, and we're going to review the 70s Grindhouse, Texas Chainsaw-inspired Dolly.
Yes.
So
that's the plan.
yeah, I had a lot of fun with that one as well, but we'll talk about that next week.
Yes.
For this one, we're going to dig into The Bride. We're going to do our spoiler-free first take, where we will spend about 10-15 minutes in the first segment and give you guys our spoiler-free thoughts and score. And yes, that way you can, if you haven't seen The Bride, you can listen and get our opinion and decide whether you want to go see it. Then you can run out and see it while we do Adventures in Snacking.
Not just in that short little time. Yeah. Run out and see it real quick.
Real quick, and then come back. And then you can catch the spoilery digging deeper segment later on. So,
yes.
But seriously, if you, we will give you a heads up. If you haven't seen The Bride yet, we will give you plenty of warning to pause the podcast before we get to the spoilers. You will hear us make funny noises as we try today's Adventure in Snacking.
Really?
My first one.
I think so.
All right. Well,
We have Stuff of Doom Oreos.
Oh boy.
And doomy they are.
oh, great.
So we'll get to that.
I am looking forward to that. Not.
Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. We're on YouTube and all of those fun streaming platforms where you can find your podcast, with the exception of Spotify, for all kinds of reasons. So find us, though. Mainly, everybody's finding us on Podcast Addict and Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
Those are our 2 big. I checked the stats.
Oh, we got that.
Yes, we have stats, and that's where the majority of our listeners are coming from. Like 35 or 40% each to Apple Podcasts and Podcast Addict. So we appreciate your support out there, listeners. Keep up the good listening.
Thank you. Tell your friends.
Yes. All right. What else do we have to do before we get to it here?
Well.
Oh, a little bit about us.
Yeah,
If you don't know, again, I've been a stuntman and coordinator, and now I'm a director, and you see me get my ass kicked all over the big screen and television and things like Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Gotham, The Tick, The Punisher. Yes, all kinds of fun stuff like that. And now I'm here sharing my behind-the-scenes insight as I break down horror movies with my lovely co-hosts. Steph Infection is an actress and producer and wardrobe department. You're like whole departments. You don't even hold a position. You hold the whole department.
I'm whole departments. Yeah. Whatever we need, I'll just do. Figure out.
But yes, she was talent on MTV's TRL.
my
We got
God.
into that a little bit last time. Oh yeah.
I actually didn't know that.
It's funny because I wish I could find like the I did a photo shoot with Sean William Scott for MTV, and I was like, if I could find those magazines, they're long gone. It was over 20 years ago. It was like 2003, and
Well, we're going to talk about that on next episode for sure because we're Sean William Scott and Dolly. So
Exactly,
we're
and I-
going to have to talk about Steph Infection on MTV.
all right, next week.
All right. And Alex, our new co-hostess. Do you guys prefer co-hostess? Co-host? What do you prefer? You
know.
tell me.
Let's think on
I
it.
just say co-hosts. I'm just, gender neutral. Right?
Yeah, co-host.
But Alex is and also wearer of many hats from let's see, camera woman, most recently focus puller, first AC, right?
Yeah.
Coming soon.
Lighting and your first gig though, where was it?
It was with you guys. First thing I ever worked on.
Yeah.
Yes, that was, and you were crafty.
Yes, I
Little did we know all. I mean, we obviously Steph saw the potential, but
I
we had no idea that you would be, all
Producer, right?
yeah, producer and all over sets everywhere. Yes, it's great.
just feel energies of want and like that, what they want to get into. I did. I saw that in you. And look at you now.
Now we've come full circle because we're back together.
Here we are. A
Reviewing
team.
other movies.
Yes. Eventually we'll review Amityville Barbie, maybe, but might be a while.
It might be us just going 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
Go see it now.
10.
It's way better than Cats. Only old heads will get that reference, probably. I don't know.
Isn't that an SNL?
SNL
Yeah,
reference, yes. All right, enough of
I
that.
guess I'm an old head.
Yes, you qualify as Steph Infection. All right, so yes, we are, and Haley, our other co-host who's not with us, she's also an actress, singer. She makes creature babies as well.
Yeah,
So, yes, you can check her out as well. Haley Hansen, all over the social medias. And she'll be back next week for Dolly. So for now, let's dig into the Bride, ladies. I know Alex is chomping at the bit to get at it here.
Chihuahua. I can't wait to talk about that.
All right, Steph Infection, why don't you start us off with the synopsis?
All right. In the 1930s Chicago, Frankenstein asks Dr. Euphronius to help create a companion. They give life to a murdered woman as the bride, sparking romance, police interest, and radical social change.
Woo!
Ow.
Shoot my guns in the air. Yeah, I guess that pretty much sums it up. Throw in some trippy lighting and some musical numbers here and there, and some lucid dreaming taking
yeah.
place. And you got it. You pretty much got it. Oh, also don't forget the heavy dose of girl power, but it's Women's Month, International Women's Month.
Women in Horror Month, too.
I apologize. In the meantime, I have to take my sweatshirt off. I am way too hot right now under these lights.
You always too hot.
I know, but you know what? This Frankenstein, I got the Bride of Frankenstein on my
Oh,
on my sweatshirt, so that's why I threw it on. But you know what? It is just too dang hot.
No
so I'll
worries.
put it down.
You know what I just realized, ladies, that Women's Horror Month, our next movie, the killer is a woman. We're keeping with the tradition. So next week when we do Dolly,
Oh, that's right.
the woman, she's a female wrestler, Maxine the Impaler,
Oh, yeah.
who plays the slasher in Dolly. So
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, we will be keeping it with the theme of International Women's Month with our next review as well. I just thought of that.
All right,
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, so back to the Bride here. We have director Maggie Gyllenhaal, and is this her first directorial?
This is her
effort?
sophomore.
Sophomore, okay. Oh yeah, she did like
I forget.
Let me
Something in 2021.
I mean, she's been an actress for a very long time. Obviously, we were all familiar with her from her acting and her brother Jake, who also appears in this. I love Jake's role in this as well. We'll get to our actors, our cast and characters soon, but I'm pretty sure she has one other, like you said, there's one other thing.
Director. Let me just click.
Yeah, you click on director and it says 3, but I think there's only one that's another feature.
The Lost Daughter, Homemade. That's a miniseries. The Lost Daughter. I don't know.
Yeah, The Lost Daughter. So that was it. And she directed a miniseries, I guess. One episode on a miniseries called Homemade, and yeah, The Lost Daughter in 2021.
Overall, I thought it was directed great. I thought she did a really good job. That I'm like top. It was
detail.
yeah, it was really good.
Well, well, it's hard to get into a lot of it without spoiling. So
Yeah, I know.
Let's go through our cast and stuff first. So, but I did think that overall the direction was really solid. There were a lot of long one-take shots that followed, excuse me, and changed focus from character to objects in the frame. And it was very well directed. The cinematography was gorgeous. And apparently this is the same DP from Joker.
Oh, that makes sense.
Actually, from Joker Part 2.
Yeah.
Or whatever, Joker, Folly, whatever. I didn't watch it either, but apparently that's what I have heard. So, the writing credits are Maggie Gyllenhaal and Mary Shelley, and obviously we've discussed this before on the show. Mary Shelley gets a writing credit because she's the original writer of Frankenstein. So Maggie Gyllenhaal, this is her reimagining, but Mary Shelley still gets the writing credit, as she is due for creating the character.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Love that.
And then our cast. And we have the 3 stars, but there's a pretty good cast overall in this, so I'm going to get to the full cast in here. We can start with Jessie Buckley as the bride.
Yes.
And I thought she was electrifying is my punny description, but yeah, she was amazing. I mean, she was just...
Oh, she was great.
I would describe her performance as unnerving.
Yeah.
Unhinged.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely unhinged. But she, and not to get to it, but she had to do a couple of different voices, and she just killed it. Yeah.
Took on multiple personas, and
do you know how many people thought that this was Lady Gaga up until realizing it said the
oh my god,
people?
Maybe that's why they all kept comparing it to Joker too.
Just from the way that the face looks I can see it. I
mean, I'm not as familiar with Jessie Buckley, so I don't know.
No, so I think people just passing and looking at I saw a whole thing with how many people thought it was Lady Gaga for the longest time, and a lot of people were commenting that, so I could see that.
Well, yeah, I thought she was great. I mean, I thought she just did an outstanding job being unhinged and if anything, I mean, everybody, we're not spoiling anything by saying there's heavy Bonnie and Clyde vibes here, but she's more the Clyde, I guess, right?
She's
more like the leader of the
a resistance.
Yeah, sure.
She's the. So all right, so let's jump to Christian Bale, who plays Frank, aka Frankenstein, and I mean, he's really what drew me in when we first meet him. Because I'll be honest, and I'm not going to get into too much, but the very opening of the movie, with the opening narration, I was kind of scratching my head. So I was just like, man, what the fuck is going on? But then as soon as we got to Christian Bale's introduction and we see him and he tells his story, man, just heartbreaking. He's so fucking good.
He's adorable.
The makeup is amazing. It looks so good. I was kind of worried about, because I mean, he's a pretty good looking dude. I was like, how are they going to make this dude so ugly?
Yeah.
I thought I was like, please don't let this be another Jacob Elordi Frankenstein.
Yeah.
No offense to Jacob, but he's a very beautiful man, and they kept him with no clothes on through 90% of the movie in just a diaper so that he could show off his physique, and he wasn't very horrible looking. He was that was the thing about Frankenstein. He was horrible to look at. And you got that.
Oh yeah.
He was so horrible to look at, but then
half the time and honestly, and this doesn't give anything away, but they even went to the point of parts of his body having necrosis.
Oh yeah.
Because he's been alive for so long.
Yeah, the makeup,
I
the attention to that detail.
Just being in the field too. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, and it's really good.
That would happen to old, skin.
So, and I think he really portrays a sympathetic
Oh my god.
really sympathetic
Just a big old
version of the
love.
monster.
Like,
Yeah.
I will say, I thought
yearning
Ye-
for connection.
yes, I think they could have. There were some
Can they
choices
have
I'll
those
get
in
into
real life,
later.
please?
I thought, yeah, I know, really. Just kidding. I thought that they could have enhanced it a little bit more, by maybe with flashbacks or something. I don't know, but like just to see what he went through. But I don't want to get into anything too much.
Well,
but I was like,
we'll get there, but I think they
Yeah.
could have done a little bit more for him in flashbacks, a little bit more for her.
that's what
A
I.
little backstory we could have gotten.
Yeah,
Maybe a
that-
little more on the one character who jumps in like halfway through the movie
Oh, I
and
got
then is
a
given
whole-
like a whole
Listen,
big
I
kind
might-
of like thing.
May or may not
So we'll
rip
get
some
there.
of these choices apart, but
But the movie was already so inflated at whatever the runtime is, to some hours. It was like, okay,
Yeah.
some creative choices must be made. So they decided to go with some stuff,
Yeah.
and that'll be more in the bulk of our interview of our review.
yes.
But from the cast wise, yeah, Bale's character, he just did such a great job.
yeah.
Great job with it.
And I did like how they portrayed him, and I thought he was cute. I don't know, he was cute. Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Well, that was the thing. He's so ugly on the outside, but he does such a good job of conveying how beautiful he is on the inside and bringing it out and just showing we'll get to it. I'll wait. Okay, so moving on to Annette Bening, who a lot of us old heads will know. She's like an Oscar-winning actress from back in the day, and she plays Dr. Euphronius,
A female doctor.
female mad scientist.
Yeah. It was cool seeing her, and she's a little comedic, but she has a little character arc where she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to do this," kind of moment, and that was cool. It was cool to see her. I liked her character.
So look, going in, this is going to be a very girl-centric movie. Know that, because a lot of these characters, it's strong female representation here, and Annette Bening's Dr. Euphronius, she's great, and I enjoyed the first meeting between her and Frankenstein. They had a good that whole scene, the introductory scene.
I like that scene.
She's like so like science and fact based, and he's so emotional, and it's just
You're
like
getting into explaining on all the.
but because they're acting is what sells it. I mean, you can write these characters a certain way, but if these actors don't go out and give you that,
Agree. Yeah.
then it's not going to come off like it does. And they just does such a good job of it. She does a great job. Her and Bale together in those scenes. Even all that stuff leading up to the bride and all, it's really good.
I loved all that. Yeah.
So next up, we had Penelope Cruz, who I haven't seen in a while.
I know. She looks great.
She does, and I totally forgot that was her. I was like, oh my God, that's right.
Oh, you did? Yeah. She was I was like, I didn't know she was in
She
it.
exists. I forgot about her. I haven't seen her in anything in so long.
Yeah.
And I forgot what a force
Oh,
of a
yeah,
woman she really
totally.
is.
Totally. And the accent. Oh.
Oh god. Yeah.
The accent.
Yeah, she hasn't done a ton, and I don't know.
Now, she's Myrna Malloy, who is not a secretary. She is part of the police, these two detectives. Her partner's Peter Sarsgaard, who's our next cast member on the list. He plays Jake Wiles. They are the detectives in pursuit of our Bonnie and Clyde monster couple. And his character, he's there.
He's there.
Peter Sarsgaard's a good actor. There's issues though, and we'll get to it with him. And the character was good enough, and I liked his
waiting to do
arc
my
and all. But
spoiler-free.
once we get to the spoiler free, we'll get into some stuff with him. I felt like the cops just, and this isn't spoilery. They just pop in halfway through the movie.
I said I'm waiting to do my spoiler free so I can give a rundown. My free.
But we're given no context or anything as to other than they're here to investigate, and next thing you know, we're just dropped into these conversations where we're getting the buddy cop thing with no previous anything from them. It's just what the fuck? And now all of a sudden they're this big subplot in the story, and we're following them for big chunks of the story.
Not the only one.
I know. Okay. All right. Getting past that. Jake Gyllenhaal. I absolutely loved his Ronnie Reed.
Yeah, he was great.
God, yes. And it was such a great surprise.
Oh yeah, because I didn't. I think I remember reading he was going to be in it, but I totally forgot.
Yeah.
And when he pops up on the screen,
Yeah.
on the screen,
Yeah. Double on the screen. It's like a movie.
yeah, it's very good. Cool character. He plays it great. All the performances, he nails that old 50s because it's all like vaudevillian and like kind of like song and dance stuff that he's doing, the old school stuff, and he's just killing it, man. He's great. It's great.
Like of Singing in the Rain, kind of.
And then we had our like thugs, John Magaro, Matthew Mayer, anyone else? Not really anybody else worth too much note here.
What am I thinking of John McGarrow in? What the heck was he?
He's been in a few other things that I've seen. So Clyde is recognizable. Now, Clyde's name is recognizable. Obviously, it's a very Bonnie and Clyde movie. And
you
first. Yeah, the character being named Clyde.
Like, he looked at me because we saw it. He watched it twice, and he was like,
well, I said it when she and I leaned over to her and said it when we were watching it too. I said, notice his name's Clyde.
Yeah. I was like, I didn't catch that.
So yeah, they kind of put that out there, and we'll get to him when we get deeper and explain why it's a bit significant in here. Besides, how it ties in. So, all right, so that was our cast, and anything you guys want to comment? Standouts? Who were your favorites? What were your thoughts?
Do you want me to give my
just on the cast, just a quick,
general?
Who were some of your favorite? What did you think were some of your stronger performances? Was there a weak link?
Yeah,
and I know you didn't like Peter Sarsgaard's character.
He played what he was given.
Right, that's what.
Yeah. I think all of the actors, even the ones I had problems just with certain writing, which choices and stuff that I'll get to, but no, I think everyone gave an excellent performance with what they were given. That's why it was very enjoyable. Mm-hmm. I just had, I'll wait.
We'll get that.
We're on our thing.
All right, fair enough. And
but yes, no, I thought they were all great.
I loved not only that there was a female doctor, but this female doctor is not meek or shy by any means. Mm-hmm. She is a force. She is, she's a mad scientist. She wants to do crazy experiments and is like a very unhinged, another feral female energy in this film that, that was just outside of the main cast, obviously the Jessie Buckley and the Christian Bale, but she really.
Yeah, Annette Bening nails it. She's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll talk about when the spoilers and all when we get to it too. I loved her introduction as well. It was just so perfect. Mm-hmm. All right. So, yes, that'll do it for our cast and writer-director. Now let's get to our reviews. First takes. Mm-hmm. Which of you ladies would like to go first? Why don't you go first, Alex? Because I know you're going to have the super positive, glowing...
And then I'll go, and then you
and then I'll go last to kind of balance it out.
It's interesting. I feel like it's like a, small, medium, love for this movie. So I loved this. I went into this knowing that this is going to be a completely different take on any other monster movie. So I didn't want to bring any expectations to the table. I wanted to go in there and just enjoy this ride. And as far as that goes, this is the funnest ride I have ever been on in theaters from start to finish. We get the opening monologue, and I'm not going to spoil, but I'm screaming from the opening credit scene. I was kicking my feet. I was dying. This movie was everything that I've ever wanted out of a film. I loved it. I loved it so much. It's everything that I've been talking about for the last 16 months that are the things that I love most about filmmaking. The love, the energy, the thought that's put behind every little detail. There's, for me, nothing I would change out of the whole thing. Even the quirky little things that people, I wouldn't change it. Because it made it quirky and fun and silly and just beautiful. Loved it.
All right. All right. And now,
oh boy,
Debbie Downer.
I will say visually, I absolutely loved it. I loved all their performances. I loved the base of the story and her and Maggie's reimagining and what she had planned. I did think the beginning was confusing, and then I kind of talked myself into a circle once I started watching the movie. However, after reading today, I realized that I was wrong. It actually is exactly the way the opening and that actually made me think less of this movie today, reading that, which we'll explain later. My problem was towards the end, and there were so many good moments, like with Frank's character, and he's kind of like innocent and fun. But my problem at the end, it seemed very, we're going to throw 6 different storylines in, try to tie them all together. And it didn't hit the way it should have. And I also thought the whole like feminism point of view, I was like, damn, this is nothing that we haven't seen before. And I will get into other reasons when I dig deeper. But I did read today that it may not have been what Maggie wanted, and it was the studio that made changes.
Oh,
so
okay.
I was actually with rewrites or reshoots that the studio made happen. Because I was like, maybe, actually, she didn't come out and say that, but I was like, maybe this is actually not the total ending that she wanted, because it felt very rushed to me, and I was like, and I don't want to get into each individual thing, but overall, my point of view for feminism, I was like, we've seen this before. Now, I thought it looked more like angry women rather than bringing up women, so I have that aspect. But I love the visuals. I loved a lot of it, and I had a lot of fun with it. But there was just some choices. I was like, we didn't need that. I thought there was easier ways to maybe portray why she was so angry, things. I don't know. But it's hard for me to kind of give my overall point until I actually get into the spoilers. But I do suggest going to see it. I just wish, I guess I just had some problems with some of it, but...
Oh, scores. Did you give a score?
Yes, 11 out of 10.
And you?
It's hard. I'll say 6 out of 10.
All right.
Yeah, 6 out of 10.
All right, yes. Well, I'll start by saying I have a penis. So
okay, we need to isolate that.
So this movie was not necessarily made for me. All right? I'm going to start there.
I don't know about that.
But I still loved it. I fucking loved it. I loved it. I loved the movie. I have seen it twice now. While I loved it, I still do have some problems with it the first time I saw it. And I still have some problems with it the second time. We'll get into those more in the spoiler section. There was some stuff that was confusing. And I get that this is a bit of a fever dream and there's a lot of acid trip kind of dreamy stuff going on here, but at the same time, there's a lot of dream logic going on, but at the same time, the opening scene sets up something that is very confusing. And to the point where I kind of had to not push it aside and in my head create something else with it to make it make sense. And especially the second time around, I was like, yeah, I'm really going to have to just kind of pretend this is something else going on. Mm-hmm. So, but again, that bit of it, the intro and the bits of it that were confusing were just here and there, when you got those. So luckily it was only kind of sprinkled in. And the way it affected the movie could be explained in other ways. So it was the rest of the movie was still very much enjoyable. Now I did have I felt like it was very long, especially the second time I went and saw it, because I already knew how some things were going to play out. So the second time through, I'm like, yeah, did we really need some of these plot threads that they're playing with? And did we need to... it wound up feeling, especially the second time around, like if they would have picked a couple of the threads and spent a little more time on those, exploring those and developing those, and eliminated these other plot threads, then it would have been a 10 out of 10. As it stands, I originally said an 8.5 the first time I saw it. The second time I'm going to go back now. There was one character's retribution that was totally unearned, and there's some stuff that doesn't add up. And I was a little, it felt a little long, but I'm just going to knock it down to an 8. So it's still very high in my book. But to be honest, like the second time I went and watched it, the explanation I put in my head for the intro totally worked, and I didn't take any points off for it the second time I watched it.
I actually
it was more the length of the movie overall, and all the miscellaneous things that like either didn't need to be done or could have been like wrapped up quicker or should have been more explained, really. And I just feel like there was a couple bits that should have been either more fleshed out or left out, is what it comes down to. And I would have liked to have seen a little more, like you had said, a little more backstory on
our main character.
Frank and our bride before we kind of meet them. Maybe just a little bit more. I could have used just a tiny bit more information. I would have rather that than the other information that we got, some of the other information that we got to kind of play with here. So it's still hugely high on my list. 8 out of 10 is, I mean, it's still damn fucking good. I just took a half point off for the length. I just felt the pacing, it got a little long. And again, I guess seeing it a second time, already knowing what's coming, you kind of get that feeling anyway. So, yeah, we'll go an 8. I still highly recommend seeing it in the theater. Cinematography's fucking gorgeous. The soundtrack. Can we talk about the soundtrack before we move on?
Just for that.
Because the soundtrack was fucking amazing.
6.5, okay?
Dude, and like the...
I had fun with so much of it. It's just the soundtrack was fun, and the liberties, because you have to remember this is 1930s. So some of the soundtrack and some of the scenes, I totally accepted all that. That didn't bother me. Like,
right.
Things.
Yeah, well, the soundtrack is not totally based in the 30s.
No.
Like, that there's some DJ stuff in there. It's kind of like the way Sinners took the essence of the scene and pulled music for the vibe of the scene. And that's why I described it as like a punk rock movie, because this thing is so fucking punk. I mean,
it's not, you're not the only one that has saying that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, the soundtrack's been so good. I've been listening to it all week long.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Start to finish. So good.
The soundtrack amazing, cinematography's great, just performances are outstanding. The writing I felt like could have been a little more, a little better, just a little better in the writing. Even the direction I thought was really solid. I just think that the writing, it's usually the writing that trips it up. And you know what? I didn't read anything before about this because I've seen the movie already, so I wasn't really reading too much more about it. And you're saying Hollywood came in and threw some shit in the works, so that doesn't surprise me at all, man. Shit.
No,
that's a shame if that's what happened, but
we'll
have to look into it a little more. But
wait, no, I did. Yep, she did lose control of the film's final cut. Yeah, with studio mandated reshoots, supposedly toning down the film's more shocking moments.
Oh wow! So there were more shocking moments.
Ironic, given the film's message of female empowerment and consent.
Look at that! Yeah, Jesus. So they,
which would make sense why the ending kind of just fell flat for me. I was like annoyed because I did like so much of it. I just was like, really, do we need to check? They probably were like, nope, we didn't need to check this box.
Right. Well, yeah, it's that's what it felt like. Some of the.
I just felt like stuff was thrown in there, and then other stuff was not done.
Suits have to check the boxes. They got to make sure that they tick all the boxes for every demographic they possibly can squeeze a dollar from.
That's how I felt at the end. I was like, what the hell? And that made more sense with just the final cut of it. So, maybe it wasn't totally what she wanted, because I did love so much of her writing. Maybe, I don't know. Who knows? Who knows if she'll ever even come out and say that. I read that 2 places, but yeah.
All right, well, as it stands, we still all recommend seeing it in the theater. Definitely a good watch. It's a spectacle on the big screen for sure, especially with the sound and everything. Go to a nice big theater and see. The first time we saw it was IMAX.
Yeah.
So everything was very big and loud and surround sound, all that stuff. So it's Yeah.
Worth seeing in theaters just for the visuals alone. I get the points that you guys are saying. There was a couple quirky little weird things and stuff, but I mean, just visually, it's so worth it to see in the theaters because of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's what, and I'll be honest. Everybody's like, "Oh, we just saw a Frankenstein movie." Yeah, but that Frankenstein movie was so boring.
So different.
I mean, it was beautiful.
like that one.
There's two different things. Like that one was pretty and gorgeous and all that stuff, but the story was
The worst.
total ass.
I'm a hurt.
This one at least had an engaging story, and you really like connected with the characters in this one, as opposed to the other one where you got sexy monster who just wants to kill his dad and the fucking shitty dad.
And the poor captain.
And the poor captain who gets caught listening to two long ass stories for the entirety of the movie.
The doctor's story was way longer than the monster.
For sure.
Yeah.
I was just like, man, does the captain do his ears ever get a break? Somebody get him a sandwich or something. Let him take 5.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this one was way more engaging to me. There was a lot more excitement and there was a lot more to it. I dug the backdrop of the 30s too. I thought that was fun.
I love the 30s. That's my favorite.
It was a fun little thing. They got to do a lot of cool sets and not just like the outside stuff, like the stuff with Chicago outdoors exteriors were great. The stuff in New York Times Square looked really fucking good.
I wrote that down. That was my favorite.
Yeah.
Because I
So
love
good.
Times Square, and I'm like,
But even like the set deck on Euphronius's lab.
Oh my god.
Like it was great. It was awesome. It was like, yo, if you were gonna have a lab in the middle of like downtown Chicago, what would it look like? It's not gonna be in some big castle in a mountain like Frankenstein's castle back in the old movies. It's gonna right. It's gonna be in like some old school brownstone, cornerstone building. It was great. It was just really nice, and all the old school like transistors and everything in. So really excellent set design.
Really good.
So, all right.
Can we say it's not really a spoiler? They bring her to life from the street light electricity, not an actual
from lightning. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, they generated it using all the capacitors and all the conductors and everything and pulling in. Yep. Yeah. Very, very good. Very nice touch.
Yes.
And there's a lot of like Easter eggs and little hints and nods to a bunch of previous not just the original Frankenstein movie, but other movies. Like you get nods to we'll wait. We'll wait till the spoiler section. Because but there's nods to all kinds of Frankenstein movies in this, and it's a lot of fun picking them out and seeing.
It gives me the chills.
And Bonnie and Clyde. I mean, there's Bonnie and Clyde references in this all over the place too. So you're gonna have a lot of fun if you're fans of Frankenstein, Bonnie and Clyde, 30s Chicago gangster stuff,
Punk rock, movies,
women power. Yes, you'll like it.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Do you want to do the Rotten Tomato scores?
Yeah, give us our Rotten Tomatoes score, and then we will.
this is gonna hurt.
So our tomatometer, which is our critics, is a 57%, and our popcorn meter, which is audience, is 72%.
Wow. I expected the popcorn meter to be lower because I expected the incels to. Review bomb it.
That's great.
It's actually holding its own. Good.
Yeah, but I said 6.5, so I'm right in the middle of that. So.
Well, I said an 8, so I rated it higher than the average audience member.
Yes, you did.
And I have a feeling that'll be a theme. Steph used to be good cop, and I used to be bad cop.
And now,
it's going to be
the biggest critic. He really
Dolly. So.
Oh, okay. All right. Good. Okay.
This one is special.
Okay. All right.
This is the thing. I have absolutely loved movies that he has hated, and I've been like floored at them, and I rate them high just because I had so much fun watching it, and that's okay. Even it's okay to rate something 11 over 10. Out of 10, just because. Yeah. You loved it,
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right. So, I mean, those scores sound about right. I'm surprised. Critics. Hey.
Yeah. Brutal.
Concocted with all the restraint of a mad scientist experiment, The Bride lurches in so many different creative directions that the overall effect is both sloppy and inspired.
All right, come
That's
here.
how I feel. I feel like it has
Well,
too much.
I understand a bit of it, but the core of the movie was still extremely solid. Like,
once I get into my reason, I started writing stuff down today, and I was like, that makes me more, Mark miss.
look, I said in the theater, I leaned over to Alex and I said, men are going to hate this movie.
Yep.
There's a lot of men are going to hate this movie because, look, man, can I say this in no, I'll wait till spoilers to say it. Everything I want to say for my point has to be spoils.
I found the opposite. I found like the stuff in it as a woman, I was like, we're doing this again, and can we, it's kind of like the same things, and I found that certain things made women just look like angry instead of actually being like strong, empowered. So I saw it differently, and
hey man, I'm not a woman, but I could totally see a lot of women being angry these days.
Oh yeah.
Have you been in the world?
Yeah.
I am a woman in the world.
Hey, I'm just saying. There's a lot of angry women.
Reasons that I was like, damn, I wish they did this instead. It's just a matter of.
I get it. Yeah,
difference of
everybody's
opinion.
entitled to their opinion.
Yeah.
All right,
Oh man,
we all still enjoyed it, so
we got to do Adventures in
now it's time to wrap that first take section up and get into Adventures in Snacking.